Okay, the next halacha we're going to do is what's called Vaad. Vaad is selecting, separating, different concepts of Vaad. Now in the Mishkan, everything that, all the Lamites, the 39 main works in Shabbos which are forbidden, were done in the Mishkan. In the Mishkan, they used to make the incense, the Samaduktetus, the Samanim. And when they made the incense, they had to remove the psalis, the junk, so to speak, from the good, and then they were able to use the good. So therefore, the malacha of Vaad basically is fixing something by taking away the bad from the good. Okay, that's the general rule of Vaad. Fixing the food by taking away the bad from the good. Okay? So therefore, there's a lot of issues that you need to consider when it comes to Vaad. Number one, how are you doing this selection? There's certain things, like for instance, a sieve and a strainer, that are made to separate. A strainer is made to separate good from bad. So if somebody uses a sieve or a strainer on Shabbos, whether they're taking away good from bad or bad from good, it's forbidden to do on Shabbos. Why? Because that vessel is made for selecting. And therefore, anytime whether you're taking good from bad or bad from good, it's not allowed. Secondly, are you taking, or even when you're allowed to do better, it's going to be very simplified very soon. When you're doing separation or selecting, are you taking the good from the bad or the bad from the good? And thirdly, I'll explain each one of these in detail. How soon are you using the food that you're selecting? Are you using it right away? Are you not using it right away? And also the concept of Vaad, this concept of selection, doesn't only apply to food. It applies to books, clothing, again, that it applies to any type of thing. It's called Vaad, selecting. If you select bad from good, it's called selecting.
But not people.
Huh?
Not people.
People are not worth selecting. That's the problem. No, because, okay, let me speak as a rabbi. All people are good, so you're never selecting bad from good. So everybody's good, and that's it. Now,
Sorry, Rabbi, the good from the bad is the Rabbanan?
No. Good from bad, if you're not using it for immediate use, could even be biblical. It depends how you're selecting. Now, when it comes to these laws of Vaad, of selection, bad and good doesn't necessarily mean bad and good. What you want is called good, and what you don't want is called bad. Okay? To give you a simple example, okay? Let's say you have a cholent. Now the cholent has beans, potatoes, meat, different things. Now I hope by adults it's not this bad, but sometimes let's say you'll serve a cholent to a kid, and the kid will decide, I don't want the potatoes. I don't want the potatoes, that's it. So if you take away the potatoes from the rest of the cholent, you are taking away bad from good, which would be, or tomatoes in a salad, or you can have peas and carrots, any food that's mixed together, and part of it you like, part of it you don't like. Now, what happens if the kid doesn't like the potatoes, but I'm going to take the potato and I'm going to eat the potato? So then I'm not selecting bad, because now I'm going to be eating it. But if you're going to take away the kid's potato because he doesn't like potato, or the tomatoes in the salad, or in a lot of cases that we'll discuss, so then in those cases you're separating bad from good. Okay, so these are general rules, and then we'll get more into detail. Now, in order to do a permissible selection on Shabbos, there's two things to keep in mind. One thing to keep in mind is that we had said the malacha of Vaad, of selection, is you're making the food or the object better by selecting. But if you do something that's the normal way of eating it, then you're not doing it to make the food better. That's the way you eat it. Now in halacha, you have to separate the good from the bad. So let's say one must select what's called, again, good means, again, not good and bad, what we call good and bad. What you desire is good, what you don't want is bad. So you have to take away the good from the bad, not the bad from the good. Secondly, it cannot be done with a vessel which is designated for separation. Sieve, strainer, they used to have a large plate that they would put food on, and then they would shake it up and it would separate the food. That would also not be allowed. That would be rabbinically forbidden. And thirdly, again, don't get scared. This is all going to be discussed in detail with cases and so on. And the third thing is, it has to be done for immediate use. If you want to do it for immediate use, then I could do it. But not for immediate use, I wouldn't be allowed to do it. Even taking good from the bad. I'll give you a simple example of this that people don't even think about it. We said the law of Beit doesn't only apply to food, it applies to everything, right? Anything. So what happens, I have a table, okay, and I washed a bunch of cutlery Friday night, and now there's a whole bunch together, forks, spoons, knives, all together, mixed up, yeah? And then now I want to go Friday night after eating, after I wash the dishes, I want to set the table for Shabbos morning. I want to set the table for Shabbos morning. So now I have a whole group of forks, knives, and spoons. They're all mixed together. So now I'm going to take out a knife and a spoon and a fork. So yeah, that's what I want. But the problem is, it's for tomorrow morning. It's not for now. So that wouldn't be allowed to be done. Now, what if you want, there's an eitzah, again, I'm just jumping the gun. If I take the cutlery, or this whole package of cutlery, and I throw it over the table, and now they become all separated anyway, then I'm not selecting anymore. Then they're separated already. So I can take what I want. It's not selection. What?
I'm assuming then, like, if you said, like, children with the potatoes, and you don't want the potatoes, so you just take everything except for them. That's perfectly fine.
You want the potatoes?
You don't want the potatoes.
So what happens? So what happens in that case with the halacha way of doing it? See, that doesn't work with kids, unless you don't remember when you were a kid, because that's disgusting and despicable in the plate. Even though tell them to eat everything else and just leave the tomatoes and potatoes, it won't work. So for an adult, you want to eat a salad, you don't want the tomatoes, so you eat everything else and leave over the tomatoes. Then you're taking good from bad for immediate use. Or you eat around the potatoes and you just leave the potatoes.
Is there ever a problem with that?
Huh?
Is there ever like a problem with that?
Doing that way, no, that's 100% good. What?
The server, if you're taking it from the children, that's an utensil meant for separation, isn't it?
No, I'm not separating, I'm taking out a portion. It's not selective.
You're not taking the potatoes, you don't want the potatoes.
Yeah, but here I have a bowl. Here's a cholent bowl that has a whole bunch of stuff in it. Meat, potatoes, barley, whatever, yeah? So now, I don't like the potatoes. I can't go to the cholent and take out the potatoes and to give them. Unless if somebody wants them right away, so then I'm taking it for them. So then that would be good.
But you can't, if somebody wants it later, you can't take it out then?
No, it has to be for immediate use.
Okay.
Again, we're just starting this and I have to leave in a minute. I mean, upstairs. What?
Bad from good is not okay, but good from bad is?
Good from bad is okay for immediate use.
Bad from good is not
Good, bad from good is never allowed. I can't say never. We will learn there are, according to certain poskim, there's leniencies about certain things. One of the reasons why Jews, Ashkenazic Jews, have gefilte fish on Shabbos. Why do they have gefilte fish on Shabbos? Because there's no bones. Like this, when you eat fish that have bones, so now you have a problem. You're going to take away the bones from the fish. You're selecting the bad from the good, so you have to eat the good. You know what I mean? That whole thing. Which is, we'll learn that's not so serious as that. But gefilte fish has no bones. I'm sorry, I apologize. I have to go upstairs.